Alright, welcome back to another video where apparently Johnny Somali is now um begging for legal funds, and this is from Legal Mindset, which I will link the video in the channel itself in the description, but let's react to this.
So here's our Johnny coverage. I want to start with Hank, of course, and just kind of debunking some bull from Hank. Of course, Hank is always talking crap. He's always lying and saying stupid stuff. So this is a comment from Hank that he made on a couple days ago. And Hank was saying that first of all, I'll just read this text. Confirmed, the fat that assaulted me is in jail. That's 1 out of 4 down. 4 people jumped on me. Cops know the identity of all other 3, but they're not disclosing that to me. The detective on my case is not on my side. To be clear here, Hank hit a woman in this scenario. He actually assaulted a woman. But beyond that, the person who's in jail, the quote unquote fat who is in jail, is a person called Jungmann. And I've talked about Jungmann before. I actually interviewed him. I'm not airing the interview because Jungmann broke into a courthouse. He threw a brick and he broke into a courthouse and he got arrested for that. Not for whatever he did to Hank, but for throwing a brick through a courthouse window, which was not cool, bro. Not cool at all. So yeah, that's why that guy got arrested. He did not get arrested because of Hank. Hank has been largely unsuccessful in bringing claims against anybody. Hank tries to bring claims against everybody, but he really has been unsuccessful. Okay, let's talk about him running out of money. This is very interesting. So we had a really interesting event, which was a Johnny Somali X space where they said, donate to the Somali Legal Fund. And I love it, 49 views, not that much. But that said, he was e-begging. He was asking for money because he does not have money for his lawyers. He cannot afford a lawyer. He has to e-beg because he is out of money, and Hank cannot give him any more money. Hank has been begging for him to his community, so now he had to go out and try to beg on X for money because he's running out of money. Once again, this proves that Korea's strategy has worked to keep him in Korea for as long as possible with no income so that he's bled dry. He's essentially bled dry. Korea's strategy is working. I mean, the fact that he has to do this, that shows that he is indeed dead broke, which is a great thing. But one of the things that was really the most shocking to me, because I expected Somali to at some point do a heel turn and start being apologetic and start saying, hey, I'm sorry about what I did. Or like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I expected that at some point, right? Because that's what the court's going to want to see. They're going to want to see that. And Somali has, instead of saying he's sorry, he's actually tripling down. He's tripling down. So let's get into this right here and show you guys how Somali is absolutely not backing.
I mean, that's a little surprising, especially when you're in a court and actual potential of being put in jail. You'd think he'd have the least self-awareness to not do that. But I guess he's not going to go to jail, so he thinks he can just triple down.
Down. And in fact, he's getting worse. So this is audio from that X space, right? So listen up to this.
It's basically to Johnny. My question is basically to Johnny. What I would like to know is if he has any regrets for what he has been doing over the past few years, especially what's been going on in South Korea.
Zero regrets, zero remorse.
So yeah. Did you guys hear that? Zero regrets.
The remorse one is the more significant part, because zero regrets is like, oh, whatever, but remorse, that's the big word.
Zero remorse. Zero regrets, zero remorse about anything. Not even one crime. Not even saying, hey, maybe in retrospect, when I said I want to do things around children, which we're going to talk about that charge. That charge has been circulating now, which is good. He doesn't even regret going around small children and playing messages. That he doesn't even regret that. Not even that one thing.
You have zero remorse for what you've done.
Tell me
What
what I've
the
done
fuck are
that.
you doing? Like, I'm out of this. I want to hear this. It's probably gonna be funny.
Yeah, tell me what I've done that I should be remorseful for. C42.
He doesn't even know what he's done he should be remorseful for. He doesn't even think there's one thing. Not even one thing.
Tell me.
You haven't watched your own videos and all the other shit that you've done over the couple of years. You haven't seen anything. You haven't watched anything.
No, whenever I see clips of it, I laugh my ass off. It's funny.
Well, I mean, you can do that if you think that you've done nothing wrong. I mean, that's your prerogative, but
He truly, and that's the crazy thing, he truly believes he's done nothing wrong. Like it's a true unrepentant. I mean, it's very rare to see this, but it's true unrepentantness, right? It's true unrepentantness. And by the way, this X space it really was useless. There wasn't like much in there. They're going into crazy theories and rants, and people were just going off on tangents, right? Johnny was frankly, compared to his unhinged fans, was frankly more calm, you might say, than his fans. And also listen to what they talk about at the end.
considering the charges that have been piling up on you, I would say a little bit different.
C42, let me ask you a question. What do you think about Vitali?
See, and that's a great one at the end. What do you think about Vitali? So literally, these guys going up there, bringing up Vitali, trying to get involved there, right? Trying to defend, right? They know it's all in the same branch, right? They're trying to frame everything that they do and that Vitali does as quote unquote free speech. That's their angle. That's their angle. That what Vitali does and what Somali do. This is why these cases are tied. This is why I bring up to my Filipino brothers and sisters, right? That this is why it's so important, because you see even Somali's own people, those are Somali's fans that are tying those two cases together. Isn't that nuts?
Stop.
Yeah. Freedom of speech does not mean free consequence. Also, he truly believes he's done nothing wrong, which is what I'm saying. So, Johnny's out of money. He feels no regrets or remorse for what he's done. Potentially probably going to jail. So, that's the video for today, is reacting to that little snippet, which posted yesterday. I will also leave the link of the channel and the video itself in the description. Like video for subscribe if you like more of this Johnny and other drama related stuff around here, and comment your thought of Johnny Somali running out of money, basically. Until next time, I'll see you later.